Yes. What is it?
Room service, your breakfast, sir.
Ah, yes. Just a minute. Okay, come in.
Good morning, sir.
Ephraim Silverstein, CIA, top echelon.
The job revolted him. He decided to end it all.
I think he'd have finished shaving.
There she is. Anne Lawson, assistant librarian.
She looks harmless enough.
Could stamp my book any day.
If you could read.
Her real name is Christina Herzog. She co-founded the Dreisinger-Herzog terrorist unit. She disappeared 2 years ago when the gang dispersed after the Frankfurt airport bombing. She reappeared in our midst 5 months ago. Since then, she's been under full surveillance. She seems to be unaware of our attentions, gaining in confidence, getting nicely careless and carefree. Oh, by the way, there's an old friend of yours working alongside her.
Yeah, who?
6-7.
Ah, Julie, I thought I hadn't seen her around.
It's the best place to hide her from you, a library.
We got nothing until recently. Christina disappeared a couple of times overnight.
So much for full surveillance.
It's time to pull her in. The hotel job had the stamp of Werner Dreisinger. A couple of German gentlemen were booked into the next room, and one of the photo fits clicked.
Bring her in.
Yes, but remember, no frog marching down the corridors. Just a polite but firm pickup.
Got it.
Anyway, it'd be nice to see Julie again. Oh, by the way, you'll need some props. There we are. For 6-7.
What have you got?
Medieval England, the poet Chaucer.
I've got End of Term and Emma in Love.
Well, you always were the romantic type.
You want the children's section, sir? Across the aisle.
Thank you. How does the poet Chaucer grab you?
I can live without him. There's 12p to pay on this one.
Hey? Been done. I couldn't get into that one. Bit dull.
Dull? The Middle Ages?
All that rape and pillage, you know. Boring.
You're never to come here. Never.
The only reason I agreed...
You
was to-
didn't agree. It was a fait accompli.
I said I would help Werner
You
this
had
time.
no option. You make the drop. Got that? Got that?
Yes.
37 to Alpha.
Alpha, come in.
Has a friend, girl. I need some back.
Wait. Forget the backup. Do not, repeat, do not move in. If the friend leaves, go with.
Vanna says you're allowed to come here as a sleeper. Well, all right, Sleeping Beauty. It's time to wake up.
She's leaving now.
Got your orders? Why are you calling?
Werner promised to keep me out of this. I don't need that bitch to come here and tell me what to do.
Wait. Tell him yourself. Christina, listen to me. Obey orders. You have no alternative.
Alternative? Oh, you haven't changed.
For people like us, change is a luxury we cannot afford.
There was a time when it was still possible.
4-5 to Alpha.
4-5, come in.
She's using the payphone. Is it bugged?
The only one that isn't.
We have a bond, Tina Kind. Remember that.
Yes, I remember.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Hey, you! Next time!
Alpha, this is emergency. The quarry's on a train southbound from Wembley Park, 9:32. Out.
Well?
It took 95 seconds for her to reach a stop. By the time I got a transport man on, she was 3 stops gone.
Do you think she spotted you?
No way. It's just routine precautions. Changing buses, trains, standard tactics.
Anyway, we got pictures of her. They'll be going out in the wire. We'll see what the International Rogues Gallery's come up with.
Sorry, sir.
Hey, stranger, where have you been?
Around.
Why don't you come up and take a rest?
I can rest down here, thanks.
Doesn't tally. We've got an address for her, North 5.
It's probably a safe house.
That's it. It's a pretty colourful area.
I'll stay on it. We're checking out on the other girl.
Will do, 4-5.
She looks as mean as my bank manager. He's a Scot, you know.
Oh, now, Bodie, I never thought you would have supported that popular misconception of the Scots. You couldn't find a more generous race.
Really? So it's not true then, sir?
Not a word of it.
Yeah, remember that. Come Christmas.
Hi, babes. Have you been waiting?
Sure. We've been waiting for you all day, honey.
Nice.
Hold it! Here we go again. Next time I'll aim at you! Come on, lady, throw that thing down before one of us gets hurt. You fired 8 and 1 up the spout. You could have got yourself killed.
Why don't you just do it?
I have people say I shot a defenseless murderer.
sir.
Thank you.
Miss Herzog, you'd had this other room in the name Freeman for 7 weeks.
6 or 7.
And you hardly slept in it.
Once or twice.
You were at your place in North 5.
Yes.
All the time?
All the time.
Under your other alias?
Yes.
Any other aliases? We've been aware of you for some time.
So it seems.
How long have you been here?
A year, 15 months.
Where did you go after the Frankfurt bombing?
Holland, Germany, France, Germany, Belgium, Holland, you name it.
Protected by your friends?
No.
Oh, yes, you were trying to make a fresh start.
In a way, yes.
In what way, Miss Herzog? In what way?
It was not a case of realizing the error of my ways. I still believe we were right. We just weren't getting anywhere.
So, you came here to build a new cadre, a new cell.
A new cell. I came here to start a new life.
Who was the man Werner you and your friend spoke of?
Is it Werner Dreisinger?
Who was the girl who visited you?
Are they part of your fresh start?
No.
So when you threw those weapons in the canal, it was part of your fresh start, was it?
Yes.
And why were they in protective wrappings?
They came like that.
Where from?
Your renowned association with Werner Dreisinger was far more than a political alliance.
Was it?
Was. And still is, I think.
Heinrich, you go in the day before as an electrician. You have a pass?
Yes, it was easy.
Plant explosives on the 4th, 6th, 9th, and 13th floors and in the elevator. Detonate them to go off at 10-minute intervals after 11 a.m. on the next day, Friday. On that day, we go in at 9:30, dressed for the conference with Uzis and grenades.
Which we haven't got.
Christina will be here.
I wish I had your confidence. You're so sure of her, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Here are the targets. Cavendish, Telem, Zavek, and Weinbach.
She should have been here by now.
We don't know where she hid the stuff, do we?
And we can't do anything without them.
Werner, it can't take all this time. She'll be waiting for darkness.
Will she? She's not coming. She's all nice and cozy, dug in. I could smell the formaldehyde.
Good morning. May I speak with Miss Lawson, please?
I'm afraid Miss Lawson is with the head librarian at present. Can I take a message?
No. No, thank you. I'll call again.
Public phone box.
Such powers of detection.
Yeah, heard the pips. German?
Maybe the merest trace. He used the term with. May I speak with instead of to?
Such powers of detection.
Think I'll make out?
Will I? That's more to the point, you know what I mean?
I couldn't talk to her. They said she was with the librarian.
Librarian?
We'll call again in 1 hour.
Don't trust her, Werner.
Trust her? She's better than any of us.
She may have been, but not now.
Someone's got to go there. Talk around.
And who's going to do that?
I'll go. No. Get on with your work. We're running out of time. Klaus, you go. Find out the location of the arms.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Please, sit down. Did you get some sleep?
Some.
Ah, you got your change of clothes, I see.
Yes, thank you.
Forensic, we're through with them. Now, where were we?
I'm sure you know.
Yes. Interrogation of Christina Herzog resumed at 19 a.m.
Any idea where I'd find ornithology?
Bitte?
Birds. Study of birds.
I should ask one of the young ladies.
Yeah.
Just a minute, sir. Jack, cover the fire escape. He's on his way.
Considerably. How's Jack? Stomach.
All right, take it easy.
The deceased was one Klaus Bruchmann, wanted in 3 countries, sentenced in absentia and 2 car bombings, the Rauchner kidnapping, killing of a bank cashier.
I did the world a favor.
Anything on the other girl yet?
An American. Karen Vandenberg, a poor little rich malcontent from Boston, Massachusetts.
Well, that's nasty. Silverstein was one of her own.
Probably led them to him.
Is she the tobacco heiress?
Yeah.
Karen was last reported with suspect members of the Red Brigade in Milan.
La Dolce Vita. That's not a million miles away from a link-up with Werner Dreisinger.
How come she wasn't all that comradely with our Miss Herzog?
I'm inclined to believe Christina was allowed to disappear until a few weeks ago. I wonder if they left her too long.
No, they don't usually make mistakes like that. You know how they operate. Plant them at university, pluck them at full bloom. Theirs for life.
Yeah, she'd have to make contact while she was here. Getting the name Ann Lawson was easy. Junkie who disappeared 2 years ago.
Yeah, her boyfriend flogged her social security number. Don't keep anything.
We know what the drop was, but what was it for? 3 most wanted terrorists join a 4th on this tight little island. Oh, it has to be something big.
Yeah, well, who says there's only 4 of them? The tape of the call Julie took didn't sound like the fella I spoke to at the library.
Dreisinger?
Too young. You know, you're right. There's probably a 5th.
2 down, 3 to go.
And we've taken the arms they badly wanted. They're going to be in the market before long. On your bikes, boys.
Fancy a quick blow dry, do you?
Oh, very droll.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Bobby's free.
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
Yeah, I'd like to speak to Mr. Slater, please.
Oh, I don't know if you
Oh, I
can...
think he will for us.
Yep.
Yeah. Right.
Yes, I know. I remember him.
Fondly, no doubt.
What do you want?
Putting your cards on the table a bit early, aren't you?
No, I mean, what's your poison?
Oh, it's very nice. Make it a social occasion. Yeah, I'll have a large scotch if you got it.
I've got it. And you?
Oh, well, I think I might have a small Cuba Libre.
Oh, well, I think I'll have a pink gin.
You Navy?
Royal Marines. You Army?
Arrows. So, you're into the private army game, are you?
Listen, I thought we were going to be sociable.
For us, this is sociable.
Right, so what do you want?
You know, I knew a guy like him. Went to the bar, saw a pretty barmaid, forgot you around.
Yeah, well, you have to help yourself.
Look, everything I do is within the law.
Yeah, I know. I talked to some of the guys you sent to Angola.
Look, I'm an agent. I have to supply the contract.
Contract's a very ugly word these days.
Yeah, just supplying that you do. Keep that within the law.
Legitimate trade between legitimate manufacturers
And legitimate governments. Yeah, we know.
Look, I'm an agent. You want a chieftain? Saracen or scorpion? Laser-guided missiles? You name it!
Come down a bit. What about handguns?
Machine pistols.
M60s, FNs, Berettas, or Armalites?
How'd you feel about terrorists?
Shoot the bloody lot of them.
Queers?
Shoot the... Ha.
Anything that's moving around here we want to know, all right?
Yeah. From this to a bazooka.
Everything I do is legit.
Don't leave us out, or the next set of curlers you see won't be in your hair. Good morning.
Morning. Is this some new kind of interrogation technique? Give the subject a reminder of what freedom is all about.
Well, it's a lot less claustrophobic. Besides, it's a nice day. Let's have a walk.
Trees bugged or are you radio mic'd?
If the trees are bugged, it's only greenfly. I've got some bad news for you.
Oh?
We got one of your people.
Oh.
Don't you want to know who?
Are you going to tell me?
I might.
Don't try to tell me he or she has talked.
He or she is dead.
Shot while attempting to escape. Are you going to tell me what happened?
Somebody came calling on the library.
Ah.
You seem relieved, are you? How'd you know it wasn't him that came calling?
If we're talking about the same person, he's the leader.
You glad it wasn't him?
Am I?
All right. Let's talk about why you wanted to opt out.
I did opt out.
But they found you.
So did you.
They knew where to look. So after you threw the weapons in the canal, carefully wrapped up as they were, what was your next move going to be?
Try to disappear again, but make a better job of it this time. Go up north. Not to a city, to a town. London was my mistake.
What about the drop?
Birds and bees interlude over?
Subject of your extradition comes up quite soon.
They'll kill me if you send me back.
In a security jail.
You really that naive?
The attack on the Foreign Ministers' Conference. Yes, Miss Herzog, I wonder if it'll go ahead.
I wonder.
Take her in.
Thanks for the breath of fresh air.
There's a lot of it about.
Oh, we make it too easy for them. It was announced weeks ago that CIA man was heading the advance party for the United States.
Yeah, well, they can't do much without arms.
Unless they get more arms.
Karen, you are making me nervous.
I am nervous. It's not safe here. They have Klaus.
If they have got him, they'll get nothing out of him.
Oh, everything's going wrong. She must have set him up at the library. He must have walked straight into it.
She wouldn't do that.
You couldn't leave her out, could you? The cool, beautiful Christina. You never did forget that one.
They had to split the arm.
And now we've lost half of it.
All we need are machine pistols.
And grenades.
Is that all?
We have the money. And money will buy anything in this town.
And who's going to use them? 3 of us can't handle this operation.
You know that is no problem. We can always get more men.
We should cancel it.
No. goes ahead as planned in every detail.
This wig irritates me so.
It doesn't take very much to irritate you, does it?
Thanks, comrade.
So, large gin and tonic, please. Thanks, sir. Same again, please. Cheers. Thanks a lot. I believe this is your poison.
Here they call it Mother's Ruin.
Well, that hasn't got to you yet.
Fraternal greetings from Julio.
Julio? I couldn't care if they come from Alibaba. I'm a businessman.
And I'm here to do business.
Sounds like your friend Slater might just be chancing his arm.
Yeah, we're on our way. There's such a thing as traffic, you know. Out. Was it her or just some slag he's having a thing with? He took a lot of trouble to shake off his tail. Yeah. Well, we'll soon find out.
On account.
On account.
Hey, Slater, you've wet yourself.
Then you always did, didn't you, Slater?
Yes.
Thanks, I needed that.
Pleasure.
He was in no rush to sell.
We are in a rush to buy.
What sort of a man was he?
Disgusting. Reeks of cheap scent.
To kill the smell of blood, perhaps.
Ah, philosophy now.
Yes, dear. 2 large gin and tonics with lemon. No eggs? No eggs.
Cheers.
Who are you?
Your man couldn't make it. Got the money?
What are you talking about?
Changed your mind, have you? Don't want the merchandise, right? Fine, thanks for the drink.
Wait. There was no mention of a third party.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be, would there? That's how we stay ahead. Have you got the money?
Have you got the merchandise?
I couldn't exactly bring this stuff here, could I? Should we go?
Get the car!
Which one?
Green Volvo!
All clear?
Yeah, but we'll have to dump this fast.
We will, we will.
Who is he?
The arms man.
Why bring him here?
I had no choice. We were ambushed.
Where are the weapons?
They're safe. We'll wait till dark. Discount for cash.
Thanks. First the goods, eh?
Yeah, well, your pal can collect. I'll brief him.
And you?
I might have to impose on your hospitality for a while.
All right.
Yeah, this job you're doing, When's it on?
Why?
Because I want to be away and gone, that's why.
In a day or two.
Good. Good luck with it.
Thanks. Don't tell me you're a sympathizer.
Don't know what you're about.
I hardly think our aims are the same.
Look, if it's that discount that has offended you...
It will be put to good use.
Glad about that.
Who's this?
The arms man.
Ah, hello. Well,
We ran into trouble. I had to bring him here.
and the weapons?
Safe. Get them later.
Good. What happened?
We shot our way out. Got one of them.
Good. So one left.
That's right.
Get his gun. Shut up. Where did you leave his car? I was there, woman. Too many things have gone wrong. Where did you leave his car?
It's about 5 minutes away.
And you brought him here. Find anything?
No.
You don't carry much, do you?
Spoils the line of my suits. Listen, if you want this stuff...
Oh, yeah. You know what happened to the man you shot? He got up and walked away.
Oh, they found the car. Engine hot. Lever's still working.
You want me to get out there?
No, you're dead, remember? We're pouring men in.
Yeah, well, I hope they don't blow it.
They won't.
Now, you are going to tell me. Now, once again, what happened to the others?
Aren't you worried about the neighbors?
You worry about them. What happened to Klaus?
Oh, Santa Claus, yeah, well, he doesn't exist, don't you know?
We can't wait until dark. They'll smoke this place out soon enough.
Then let's kill him. Let me do it. I'll enjoy it.
Oh, no. He is going to be our passport. Heinrich, you are right. We'll have to abort the operation. But there'll be another time.
Couldn't untie my hands for a minute, could he? That's all right. I can manage. Karin, check out the van. Hurry up.
Shall I stop?
No, keep going!
Hello? Just a minute, please. There's a call for you, sir.
Hello.
How do you like it there?
Who is that? The German ambassador, of course. Now listen to me. We've got your man. We'll do a trade. Christina and Klaus. You'll get the details later.
That's not possible, I'm afraid. Unless you want his body.
And Christina?
is in custody, awaiting the outcome of extradition proceedings.
All right. A straight trade. You'll get the instructions later.
O'Donnell, they're offering a trade, Bodie for Herzog.
And?
What do you think?
I'd sooner not put it into words.
Your little shootout must have had an audience.
Well, they're getting smart.
Yes.
I was told I was to appear in court.
The hearing has been postponed.
Until when?
Until the authorities are ready to proceed.
Which means until you're finished with me.
We've located your friends.
You've captured them?
We're closing in.
I've heard that one before.
Miss Herzog, you told Doyle here that you believe you will be killed if you're sent back.
That's right.
In prison?
Yes. Not immediately, perhaps, but sooner or later.
Your friends are asking for your release.
Which means they've got something or someone you want.
If they regard you as a traitor, why would they ask for your release?
I don't know.
Our sources say you had an affair with Dreisinger some years ago.
Our sources also say that you and Dreisinger had a child, and that the child, a son, is being looked after by Dreisinger's parents.
What else do your sources say?
That he's still in love with you.
Karen put that flame out a long time ago.
Are you sure? Are you really sure that she did?
Just supposing we were prepared to consider a trade.
A trade? That's a nonsense. You mean an exchange of prisoners and a free passage?
The terms of such a trade are not yet defined. I'm merely asking what your attitude would be about being handed over to Dreisinger.
When you know you're never going to be safe, not even in jail. Anything is tempting.
Nice sense of the macabre. They send a wreath with their demands.
Are they ready to do an exchange?
Oh, they're ready, all right. They not only want Christina, but also a plane tanked up for 2,000 miles and piloted.
So we know where that's going.
A safe air route all the way.
What about Bodie?
Oh, he'll be released when they get there.
Well, they've got to go. They could just throw Bodie into the Bay of Biscay. What guarantees have we got?
Only their word.
And if we don't play ball?
We use the wreath.
Get ready.
Explosives.
15 pounds. Enough to blow you into minute pieces.
And you, of course. Mind you, I couldn't have wished for better company. How's it detonated?
One of Heinrich's ingenious little toys.
A remote control for model aeroplanes. You turn the dial, and when it reaches the frequency, it detonates. As you know, it has been used quite effectively by many groups already.
How brave.
What do we do now?
We wait.
Do you think I could have a cigarette?
We don't smoke.
I'll take the leader.
Roger.
Tiger 2 in position.
Okay.
Here they come.
It looks kosher.
Oh, yeah, looks. But be ready.
Not exactly rushing at it, are they?
Would you? They hold all the cards.
And aces.
Are you ready to make the exchange?
We are?
I want to see Christina.
Bring her out.
Christina, are you all right?
Yes.
How many men in your escort?
I've only seen 2.
What weapons have they?
None visible. Handguns, probably.
Have you followed all my instructions?
To the letter.
Check the plane. And the pilot.
How do I know my man's alive?
Oh, he's still alive.
How are things, Bodie?
I've known better, sir. This bag contains...
Shut up!
He wants to tell you about the high explosives around his necks, which will be detonated by me should there be any mistakes. No doubt you are experienced with radio-controlled bombs. I should add that if there are any men hiding around here with RTs, it could prove very dangerous.
What do we do?
Nothing.
Everything checks out. Pilot, charts, tanks are full.
Good. Send Christina over here, slowly.
Such tender affection.
Heinrich, you take the front. Karin and you, he will be between us. Christina, stay with me. I've already warned you, now move.
I hope Bodie's up to it.
He will be. It's the radios that worry me.
We can't do anything about that now.